If you tuned in last week, we had a profile on street stock driver Brian Duffy. I felt I should also introduce you to one special little girl who is Brian's #1 fan. On the day I interviewed Brian Duffy, a couple of his fans stopped by his shop, Brandy Clacom and her daughter, 11-year-old Allie, who is new to Brian's fan base.
Well, we took her to the races last year and we were walking around in the pits and she asked me who some of our favorite drivers were. So my husband and I were telling her and we come across Duffy and I said he has been one of my favorites for a very long time at Bedford.
Well, Allie and her mother Brandy, we've just kind of gotten across paths over the years, and you know, this season here, Allie, she got to be a big Brian Duffy fan, I guess, last year, and I don't know, maybe it's the shiny wheels and the prism on the car and the yellow, I don't know, but she's just a great little girl and suffering a lot with cystic fibrosis and a lot of other problems that she has, intestinal problems, and you know, she's just reminds me a lot of like Heather Miller, just a girl that's going through a lot of hard times and a lot of suffering.
Cystic fibrosis is her main one. It's a life-shortening genetic disease, which we don't have a cure for yet. She suffers from diabetes because of it, cirrhosis of the liver, and she's actually been battling C. diff colitis for the last 14.5 months, and because of it, she has spent 50 days in the hospital.
As is often the case in the racing community, Team 38 is charitable and helping a good cause.
We got some bands made, bracelets made with Allie's Angels Fighting for a Cure, and they have sold them for us, which is raising awareness for cystic fibrosis.
You know, we try to raise awareness for cystic fibrosis and get people to remember to, you know, help when they can, and if they have an extra buck or two, to throw it in the bucket to try to help these organizations out, because these little kids sure don't deserve the rough life that they have whenever they're 8, 9, 10 years old. And hey, anything Team 38 can do, we do. We do all the car shows, you know, for the benefits like that. I've already loaded my car up and gone up to the elementary school and had the little kids come out and look at the cars and sit down in their classrooms with them and help them color. And you know, it's just, you know, it's just a good thing I think people should do. Take a little time out of their own schedule to make time for others. I just think it's always a good idea to, you know, think of people like Allie whenever you're out enjoying the good things. Just remember the people that don't have things going their way or suffering somehow.
This year, the team has added a decal to recognize Brian's #1 fan.
Yeah, we just had the decal made there a few weeks ago. Called over and had a friend of mine do some decals up, and we stuck them on the sides and took some pictures and put them on our Facebook page. And I texted Allie and told her that I had a surprise for her on the race car, and it brought a big smile to her face and her mom's face. And hey, you know, if there's days where you make a smile on that little girl's face, I think we've all done something right.
And it's easy to see that she too puts a smile on Brian's face.
Yeah, she does. She kind of makes me glow and blush a little bit because she's such a little cutie, and she comes and runs up and gives me a big hug, and yeah, she's a real charmer.
Although she can be a little bashful, there is one thing Allie wanted us to know.
Brian Duffy is my favorite driver.
With the frequency that Brian has been winning this season, I'm sure Allie will have lots to cheer about. Now, it seems like we just got through the special Memorial Day events, and the 4th of July holiday is right around the corner. However, there are plenty of specials to choose from before the Independence Day weekend. The 2011 Pennsylvania Sprint Speed Week kicks off this coming Saturday with 8 races in 9 days. They begin at Lincoln Speedway with stops at Bedford, Grandview, Hagerstown, Port Royal, which has races on Thursday and Saturday, along with Williams Grove and Selinsgrove. And let's not forget their 600 micro sprint cousins. Their Speed Week also starts next Saturday with a race at Trailway. That is followed by events at Lincoln, Path Valley, Susquehanna Speedway Park, Linda's Speedway, and Lanco. The Rock Dart Dirt Modified Tour visits Big Diamond Speedway this Wednesday. The Modifieds take to the track for 60 laps of action, along with the Sportsman Division and XL 600 mods. It's that time of the year again. Lernerville Speedway presents their 5th annual Firecracker 100 for the super late models. Some of the biggest names in the sport will compete in two $6,000 to win 30-lap affairs on Thursday and Friday. Then on Saturday, they mix it up for 100 laps with $30,000 on the line to the winner. Mercer Raceway Park hosts the BRP Modified Tour this Saturday. The 410 Sprints, Outlaw Sprint Warriors, and Stock Cars are also on the schedule, plus a 100-lap Enduro race. Next Sunday, PPMS holds their Flight of the Phoenix featuring the 410 Sprints in addition to their regular weekly divisions, which will compete for some extra prize money. It's time to wrap things up. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, remember, if you want to contribute to the growth of our sport, quite simply support those who support racing.
Pit Pass has been brought to you by Jake's Karts, This has been a production of WHVL Sports.